we're going to start here in a second. Brandon and Justin, I saw nothing in the way of news, meaning that I didn't look at anything. I saw that you guys posted some stuff. What do we got this
It
week?
got rumors. Like we got mostly rumors.
As you do. Okay, well then we will talk about said rumors. I'm gonna probably let you guys lead the charge there because again, I just haven't seen it. So sorry about that. Sorry about that. Where is? There's Facebook. Sorry,
Why can't I
I'm just like so not
find?
prepared here.
So
Yeah,
right,
I'm having trouble finding the button to share our video. There we go.
Uh,
Okay.
uh, uh,
shenanigans.
uh. Oh, I didn't realize that thing that you added me to in Facebook was like an actual like group. By the way, I'm gonna have to check that out. Like, I didn't
Yeah.
realize it was like a group with people and stuff in it that I'm gonna have to talk to. Now,
Yeah, I
now,
mean they're pretty much all friends. I mean, a lot of them are people I met in the group, but they're mostly, like upstate New York locals, and they're all our mindset, so we don't have to worry about, those people.
mm-hmm. Well, great.
Mhm.
Well, what say you guys? We get rolling here. I do have one Nintendo's track ready, but I'm gonna try and get the other ones as we're getting the news talked about. So if
Yeah.
I'm
It-
distracted, that's why. Just so you know.
okay. All right.
Let's do this. Where's my
Well,
audacity?
Justin, what was the t the big thing is I guess tariff news. Great, fun. Uh,
Yeah, I have the Discord over here, and anytime I see tariff, it's like it just it's a trigger word for me, and I
it's
just want
a
to
it,
like punch
it's
Nazis.
a roller coaster. So at this point in time, we have two conflicting rumored Switch pre-order dates. Rumored, underlined, rumored. One Nintendo has
Oh,
confirmed.
wait a minute, hold on. If you're starting the show, we haven't officially started yet, so hold on,
We haven't
hold your
officially
horses.
started yet. Oh shit.
Hold your horses. I saw you get into the
I
mode
was doing it.
and
I was doing it. You were right.
3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Infendo Radio, episode. Fuck. I have this somewhere. No.
Oh, good. I
I
got the
don't know
763.
why
hiccups.
none of us look it up.
I don't. Well, after you get. So it's like my birth. You couldn't pay to tell me what my age is right now. I have to really think about it. Like, once you get past a certain age, you just stop
Yep.
counting. That's how I feel about the episodes at 763 episodes.
There we
But
go.
I don't get tired of speaking with Justin and Brandon. How are y'all doing tonight?
Eh.
Eh,
Same,
yeah.
same.
Things have
Um,
been
I have a
things have
cold,
been good
so,
ish.
I will try to mute whenever necessary.
I
The
have
pain
a
hasn't hit
virus
me
and
yet.
it's called America. But we are going to not talk about that except for tariffs because how can you not? Um, guys, what's the word? Are we going to be paying
We're,
449?
we're,
Like,
we're
what's
gonna give
happening
a
here?
we're gonna give a current status, which is 445 and 500 holding steady and not changed. Let's see here. On top of that, it looks like we have conflicting reports regarding Switch pre-order dates.
Big surprise.
Nintendo has indicated on the Nintendo website where you could pre-order that their invitations for their direct pre-orders will be starting on May 8th, which is too long and I hate it. Um, they have also indicated, to my
Speaking of,
dismay,
by the way, tangent, I'm not going to be ordering from there anymore because I was only going to order from there to get the GameCube controller, and only apparently you can only play the GameCube controller with GameCube
That is
games. And
actually not true.
oh, it's
Um,
not true.
be-
Tell me, Justin.
because
Breaking
uh,
news.
basically it's not guaranteed to work properly with games that aren't GameCube games. just like the Super NES and NES and N64 controllers. So it will work. It might not always work the way you want it to, but like you should still be able to play like Super Smash Brothers with the Switch to GameCube controller. You
Okay,
better be
good to
able to play
note.
Super
Good to
Smash
note.
Brothers with the GameCube controller because that's the only way I play.
And you know what's so funny? I started getting marketed the all these other GameCube clone controllers that I didn't even know about because I have the one that you I can't remember the brand, but the
The
one that you
Nixie
turned
one.
me on. Yeah, I have that one, and it's great. It's a fantastic controller. But now
I
I'm
also
getting.
have
Go ahead.
that's a great one for. Hang on a second. That's a great one for like playing N64 games in handheld mode because the layout is relatively similar. Um, the I also got one from Retro Fighters, I think is the brand. That's a really nice GameCube style controller.
Nice,
Hmm.
nice. Okay. Sorry, conductor Brandon. I took your train off the rails. You can have it
What,
back.
oh, what was I talking about? Oh, geez. Um,
Pre-order date
yeah.
or
So
dates, as it were.
Nintendo says that you will be able to pre-order from them at you might hear about it after May 8th. So about a month before it's released. Uh, the word is that apparently in order to get it, you must be the Nintendo account holder in the US and Canada, registered to be eligible to register, over 18 years old. Uh, okay. Once again, May 8th is when you can start seeing those invitations. The initial invitation is first come, first served basis. 72 hours to respond to the email, which is nice. Um, and the
Especially since I
priority.
only check my email like once a week. So
So here's the part that's kicking me, which is priority requirements are as required. You must have been the one to purchase any Nintendo Switch online membership. God damn it. I'm on Justin's family plan, so I
well,
get boned.
I plan on buying mine through GameStop because I've got that trade credit. So, if you want to send me the money, I can pre-order it for you.
This sounds shenanigany. You must have must have had any paid Nintendo Switch Online membership for a minimum of 12 months, and you must have opted to share your gameplay data and have at least 50 total hours of gameplay. My guess is to combat scammers and spammers and scalpers, etc. Uh, but then, before the podcast, apparently retailers in Canada have indicated April 23rd is when they will start pre-orders, and there is extreme rumor speculation that that will apply to US retailers as well. So that's fun
Okay.
stuff. That's fun. Uh, Additionally, there is currently debate regarding the $90 price tag. I don't know if we've also said, like, it feels like nobody really knows what the actual game prices in America are going to be right now.
Uh-huh,
So
which is
from
annoying.
again, this is going from what I've been hearing on YouTube and not just randos on YouTube, but actual like press people on YouTube is that the $90 was basically a misunderstanding. It's the Canadian price. All of their prices, because of the exchange rate, all of their prices are like $10 more than ours. 70 and 80 are pretty much going to be the standard prices for Switch 2 games in the US. Again, assuming that tariffs don't ruin everything.
And
Uh,
70,
do
I'd say,
we
is an attractive price.
Yeah, do we want
Uh,
to talk about the 80 real quick? Because I feel like that's just like all I hear on every like freaking podcast or forum or whatever. Like Nintendo's killing video games, charging $80 a game. And like,
Now,
yes, I think people should be loud about that. Like, yes, that's a lot of
yeah.
money for sure. But at the same time, like, I don't know that I can blame Nintendo here. Like, it's,
well, and okay, so here's kind of my justification, and I hate to to always be the devil's advocate here, but so there I have two arguments. Number one is inflation. Even at $80, we're still paying less for games than we did in the 90s for the Super Nintendo
Right.
when adjusted for inflation.
That's very
Like
true.
that would have been like $120 a game.
Oh
The
man,
other
Super
side of it
Nintendo pricing
is
was nuts.
like,
It
yeah, you
for
can
real.
buy like a new PS5 or Series X game for $70, but you're only getting like a third of the game. There's going to be expansions and DLC and all this stuff, and they're gonna want you to buy the premium deluxe
Mortal
digital
Kombat.
version. That's $120. So like, at least when you're paying $80 for a Nintendo game, you can be pretty sure that at least for the next several years, you're getting an entire game. We might randomly get some Mario Kart DLC or something like that, but for the most part, we're not, these are full games that we're getting. Now, is that pricier than I want them to be? Definitely, but I still only buy like a handful of new games a year, so it's not going to make a huge dent in my budget.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've come to terms with it. I don't like it. Don't get me wrong. I definitely don't like it, but when you really stop to think about it, games are really fucking expensive. And if I want people to eat, and I do, I want these people that are making games to eat. But if I look around the industry and everybody's laying people off left, right, and center, Nintendo's not really doing that. So
yeah.
Well,
like
yeah,
I
I
will
was say
be
that's
That's
another thing.
actually a good
Nintendo treats
point.
their workers incredibly well. Like,
Yeah,
Mhm. Mhm.
so I mean, you are supporting a good company for whatever
but it's
that's worth to
yeah.
you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy an $80 like EA game. Like I'm not gonna buy the next FIFA game for $80. You bet your ass that I definitely won't do that because
I
Well,
think
like
it's going to
especially
be
since
more
that's going to
varied
be the
at least
exact
for a
same game
while.
that came out last year, just with new roster updates.
exactly. But like again, like I would pick and choose my $80 games if that's the route that we're gonna go. Like, do you think anybody's gonna tell Rockstar that GTA 6 isn't that they won't pay $80 for it? Because Rockstar is gonna be charging $80 now that Nintendo's you know pulled the veil over the curtain on the pricing there. Like that game's been in development for as long as since Nom. Like what the hell that game? I feel like
I'm ready. Yeah, we got to get
it
that
skipped
next
a
year.
whole generation, didn't it? Didn't
It did.
the
Yes.
That's
The
crazy.
Wii actually, I mean, there was nothing on Wii U or Switch, so two generations technically.
Yeah.
On the last game, if I'm not mistaken, is the let's see here. Well, we had the Wii with Metroid Other M, and
Mm-hmm.
then we had that followed up by Federation Force. Then we got the
Sure.
JPEG. Uh, and that's where we were for up till now.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I wonder if I bet are you inferring that Metroid's going to be an $80 game too?
I imagine that's probably gonna
Did we
be
already
in
get a
the.
price for that yet? No, we didn't get a price for that. We didn't even
No,
get
we
a
haven't
date.
got a price yet. We don't even have the solid release date yet, I don't believe.
How
I
how
think it was
typical.
like summer or maybe fall. I forget, but I don't think
I
they really
Yeah,
gave a
I don't think
clear
we have
one, but
anything.
it's clearly ready. Uh, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean that was definitely a thing. Eugene, what do you think about the would you rather get it direct from Nintendo or would you rather get it from a local retailer?
At this point, I'm thinking I'm probably going to get it from a local retailer because one of the whole reasons I was going to get it directly from Nintendo was the GameCube controller. But now, like, I know I heard your comment there, Justin. But like, the more and more I think about it, it's like I already have a GameCube controller. The GameCube controller that I have is really cool, and I'm seeing really cool ones that have like Hall effect sticks now and everything. That GameCube controller is not going to have Hall effect sticks.
No.
So, yeah,
No,
maybe.
it's gonna be accurate to every fault that it originally had.
And
Uh,
honestly, I really want to have that midnight launch feeling. I just want that again. Like I haven't had that. I think I did it for the Switch, and it was cool to just talked to a bunch of people. Everybody had their like Breath of the Wild amiibos in their shopping carts and stuff like that. We were like comparing like tattoos and
I do
it
love
was
that stuff.
it's just a cool experience to interact with other humans. Sometimes the right humans, and
I say
usually,
I don't want to interact with other humans.
usually the type of people that are going to a midnight launch are maybe they're a little smelly, but they're usually pretty cool. So, and I'm talking about myself because I haven't showered yet today. So what else? What else? I feel like it's just rumors until like
Yep. We
until it,
did get one thing confirmed, which is a little questionable. I forgot to post this one for you, but I mean, no Hall effects controls
yes,
verified
saw
for
that.
it, but it comes with the side effect that people who've used it have said it feels much more substantial
Mm-hmm.
than the
Mm-hmm.
previous joystick. So I don't know. I never remember too much drift on my GameCube, so
Honestly, like I've had probably
N64 was a whole other can
well,
of
Oh my
worms.
god,
that
do you
was a
remember
physical
that controller
yeah.
dust that from
Yeah, I would
the?
say that was a
Oh my
Yeah.
physical thing.
gosh.
That was actually grinding the controller down. My Switch controllers, um, I've only gotten drift, and I like collect Joy-Con. And of all of my like 10 or 12 or however many Joy-Con I have, only one has actually gotten drift. Now I know I'm apparently unusual. Some people have gotten them on all of them, but um, it hasn't really been a problem for me, and Nintendo fixed it. So
I
Something I found interesting is the Switch seems to handle my Pro controllers really well, but if I plug them into my PC, the drift becomes extremely evident.
mm-hmm.
And I have to do adjustments in the dead zone to get it normal. So I'm wondering if Switch got better at just adjusting for it when it was detected.
well,
I
and
noticed that as well. I didn't know that the Pro controller was prone to drift, honestly, until like a couple of months ago. When it was the same thing for me. I didn't plug it into a PC, but I plugged it into like my phone to like do an emulator, and yeah, it's just like, why is it drifting to the left? I wonder if that's covered under the warranty.
I believe I remember reading or seeing somewhere when I want to say either the OLED or the Zelda um Joy-Con
OLED.
came out, that there was some sort of modification that Nintendo had done that was supposedly basically what most at-home modders do to prevent drift. So they're probably doing that in all of them now. But it's gonna be a wait and see.
Hmm. Yeah, no, that's pretty
Mm-hmm,
much
mm-hmm.
all I got for news. We had a pretty short. It's all rumors. I would really like it if Nintendo openly said what the Switch games were going for, both digital and physical. But, what can we do? Nintendo's the secret company. So,
Yeah, yeah, that's just kind of how it works, right? Well, okay, I guess no more news then. We'll shift into what we've been playing and do a Nintendo Tunes at the end again this week. So, who wants to talk about what they've been playing? If it's Monster Hunter, raise your hand. I,
me,
I,
me.
I, I, I know you're frustrated with my progress, Brandon, but I'm still this is the perfect game for me actually because I can just like go fight a monster and like
Mhm.
cool, I did something and then I can like put the game down and then maybe fight two monsters on this run and then put the game down. The last thing
Have
I
you
did
discovered how crafting armor and weapon crafting works yet?
I did because I was getting my ass kicked to this like worm thing, this like
Oh, that
sandworm.
guy, he's great.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
That was a fun battle actually, but yeah, I was like, okay, I got to go figure something out. And then the boob girl, she was like, yeah, I've got what you need. And Justin, this all makes sense to a Monster Hunter player, trust me.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
You get your hot blacksmith girl,
mm-hmm.
um, and she makes you your armor and your weapons. Something to note: you can wear both female and male styles of each armor set.
Hmm.
So if you're wondering why there's two types, that's why. And sometimes it's just literally the men's side looks better or the women's side looks better. Totally
Sure.
aesthetic and not really big different. No difference in stats.
Okay.
Uh,
Interesting. Did the I want to ask as somebody who's done everything, have you done everything again since like the latest title update or whatever?
yeah, that didn't take long. There's like one new monster, a couple new quests, or a couple of ed quests, new area to explore, but it took them long enough. There's the drinking hall, but I was
Oh.
very disappointed to learn they have taken out that if you sit down and you drink for long enough and then stand up, you start staggering until you fall down. And what's fun is you could start a quest that way, and then you'll be like drunk for the first part of it.
That sounds
But
fun.
they do not have this in the new one, but they do have bowling, which is fun. And also that opens up the new you actually get your food cooked for you area, which has way better buffs. So
Wait, your
yeah.
food cooked for you? You don't have, how does that work? What are we doing here?
Do you know you can make food?
Yes, like I pull out like a barbecue grill every once in a while and I can like eat stuff in
There's
it. And
there's yeah, there's two things you can either cook your meat
mhm.
or you can make a meal. And as you go, you'll pick up ingredients to make like meals, and those do buffs
Okay, yeah, no,
for
I've done that. I've
that
made meals already
last a
before.
period of time in this one, as opposed to just the next quest situation.
Oh, I thought that you were talking about like I'm going to a restaurant or something and somebody's
No,
serving
there's a
me like
restaurant now, yes.
okay, I want to go to the restaurant.
And then
I don't know
also
why, but
offers two really important buffs: insurance, which means you can die once with no penalty,
I
and
died for the first time on that damn worm, and I was
at,
the freaking cats carted me over to the thing. I was like, that's pretty
yes,
funny.
you got carded. Yep. You're fine. You're fine. And you're by a tent, so you can get
Yeah,
items or whatever you need to keep going. Uh, I don't know. I'm sure you've been abusing SOS flares.
every time. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the best.
And keep
Sometimes the cat is good enough because it's a really good healer, but sometimes you're just
yeah.
like, I just want to get this
And
over
it
with.
also makes the monster a little easier to fight too. Once you bring in other, as I mentioned, it scales the number of players, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Let's see here. Yeah, no, it's a great game.
Have you
As you
been
get
playing
into
anything
it, and
else besides Monster Hunter, or do you want to talk anything else Monster Hunter before we get to?
I did try out Ninja Gaiden 2 Black that was on Game Pass on Xbox. So
Was
far
that the original Xbox game, or was that? Um,
I think it was the PS3 Xbox 360 generation
hmm.
release. Um and the PS3 one was like said to be crap. Uh so it you know what? I'm still mixed feelings. I'm like about 2 hours into it. Is about as far as I got, but that it gets so hard to figure out who your guy is when everybody's a ninja and they're all flying around the screen all over the place.
Sure.
Ninjas,
I
ninjas everywhere.
Yeah, so many ninjas. At least a couple of the guys, but when it's like a regular ninja, I will lose my character in the calamity of what's going on. It feels very much of its time. Looks great though. It looks incredible. Dismemberment is still fun. And I
Yeah.
don't think I played it too much before. I see the difficulty, but wow, it is a weird parry system. I do not fully understand it. It definitely doesn't work like the modern ones, where it's like wait for a moment to do it. No, not quite. You kind of just constantly need to be matching it, uh, or holding it. But yeah, that was pretty much it. Just that and doing that. Yeah.
Nice. Well, I guess Justin, I'm gonna toss it over to you next because I have been playing games other than Monster Hunter as well. But you've been sitting there and you've been listening to us talk about Monster Hunter, and
Oh, that's
All right. Well, I've pretty much only been playing one game as well, which is Xenoblade Chronicles X. So,
I'm so
I
impressed
want to
you're
hear
hooked
about
on it.
this. Yeah.
yeah. So I have kind of reached a spot like there's, I guess, for lack of a better word, there's kind of a boss in mission number 4 that I have failed against 3 times, even with a full team of equally leveled characters. So I think I might have reached the point where I have to start grinding. I thought that the definitive edition, if you pre-ordered it, you got some sort of items that were supposed to make it easier to level up, but maybe I misunderstood that. Whatever the case may be,
Might want to Google it.
yeah, it's easy enough to grind because I just play the game. It's not quite as easy to grind as other RPGs because of course it's all real time, so I can't just sit and watch TV and then look down and select from a menu. I have to actually be paying attention to what's happening. um but as long as I'm not missing any dialogue or story beats, it's easy enough to play in the background, and I'll bring it to bed with me and play it. um yeah, I'm enjoying it way more than I thought I would. I'm getting to do some exploration with the missions I'm doing, but I have hit a level wall and have to overcome it. So hopefully by
I
next
want to
week
hear
I
you
will
got the
have.
robot. I want to hear it. I want to hear you got that robot. That's
What
Once you
mission
get
do you
the
have to
rope,
get to?
isn't that like 50 hours in pretty much? Because once you get
no, it's like 25 hours. It's still ridiculous. It's far enough where it's like, what the hell? This adds like a whole layer of complexity to everything else. Uh,
I love a game where you're still getting like basically like tooltips like 20 hours in. You're like, what the fuck? How am I still learning new systems here? But yeah, love in a sarcastic way. Um,
I,
Justin, now you know who Shulk is, I think, right? So you're
Nope, Shulk
yeah,
is the
Shulk's not in
original.
this one. You moron. You total
ah.
idiot.
Well, now you know where Shulk came from. In any
This
case.
genre.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I believe this is the only Xenoblade game where you create your character. Um, so I am as close to me as I could be.
Oh, okay.
I'm really doing.
I really need you to send me a screenshot of your character, just like
It is
so.
not good. Maybe after I've gotten past mission 5 and can actually modify my character.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Cool. Well, what else you been playing, printing, otherwise?
Um, Aside from Xenoblade, it's really just been Donkey Kong Country Returns HD. I think those are the only 2 games I've played all week. And again, because it's easy to play in the background.
Sure, sure,
Um,
sure.
and I played it on the Wii. I played it on the 3DS. So this is my third time going through it. So it's kind of it, it, it is
That's
more
why I
difficult
didn't
than
want to play it.
it's more difficult than I remember it being. Especially compared to Tropical Freeze. Tropical Freeze has spots that are more difficult, but it's a little bit more intuitive. Like the difficulty is kind of incorporated into the game a little better. Um, this is just, hey, we're going to give you something hard and you're going to have to keep trying for an hour.
Yeah, it's one of those timing. It's like this is basically a puzzle in the form of a platformer.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Are you said that you're enjoying the combat though? You're like getting the hang of like kind of how it works and everything. So that's good. Okay, well, I'm gonna talk about the games that I've been playing, I suppose. Um, Oh, you threw me off with your green background, Justin. I'm not gonna lie. I'm
Huh.
just like, oh, okay, yes. Bring on the thunder. Bring on the lightning. It doesn't necessarily go with the game that I've been playing, but I like it, Justin.
one of these days, I will get my virtual background and foreground all set up. But because we don't have an overhead light in here anymore, as you can see, my green screen is not very well lit.
Yeah, I got it. That's the next step. Good lighting, and that's always
He's really
sometimes the
gonna
hard
do it.
part.
I'm gonna just sit here on my couch.
Okay, let's talk about the games I've been playing. Besides Monster Hunter, which has been the bulk of my gaming time, I would definitely
It's
say, but
very
not
easy for
the.
that to happen once you get it.
Yeah, I. you're gonna make me talk about Monster Hunter again. But like again, I just enjoy the pickup and being able to play and then being able to put it down aspect of that game, even if I'm playing with other people, just because of the SOS flare. That I really
Yeah.
feel like that's like probably the only way I'm enjoying this game, because like, you've seen me, you probably see like when I'm popping it online, which is not very often, probably when
No,
you're on
no,
type of
nothing
thing.
seems to
So
sync up. I've never seen you online.
yeah, so it's like, it's just hard for people with kids, at least me with a kid. I haven't figured it out yet anyways, how to play games
I'm a
as much as I used to.
fortunate person, I think.
Well, your
Uh,
kid's looking at you and needs to go potty or something maybe outside.
no, she's just being cute.
But beyond Monster Hunter, guys, I've been really just playing a lot of old shit, like the my emulator cloud thing. I've gotten so much use on my phone. I beat Soul Blazer. And that was
Nice.
a big accomplishment for me because I've never beaten that one before.
Me
It's got a
either.
lot. It's got a lot
Worth
of
it?
yeah, because I like Illusion of Gaia. I always say that if you put a gun to my head, that's like my favorite game of all time. And it like adds to that in a weird way, not like story wise, but like you can see, oh yeah, they did this in this game and turned it into that in Illusion of Gaia type of thing. Like this mechanic, or maybe even this like sprite. It's like, oh yeah, I recognize that like sprite. I recognize that
Hmm.
sound, and it's oddly nostalgic to me because I'm playing a different game, but it feels familiar, if that makes sense.
I
So
get it.
yeah, I ended up beating it. The save states are the way to go. Like I don't know how I ever beat a game back in the 90s without save states, because like my
I
lord.
didn't.
It is a luxury.
And also on my on the RetroArch, I've turned on the rewind feature, so like I can rewind like 30 seconds if I want to, which is really nice on Super Nintendo games. And like I died, but no, I didn't. And then I just like ended up beating that boss because I knew the pattern that it was going to do or whatever. And I know that's cheating, but like I ain't got time for that, Like I just want to get through games anymore, and just like see the end. And older games are the way to do that when they were designed to be 12 hours and you've got save states anymore. Like I can beat games retro games now. And it's when I have Monster Hunter, that's like, I know it's going to be like a 100-hour game, and I can beat like 100 old games in the time that I played Monster Hunter. It's nice. It's a nice, balance that I feel like I've struck. So I've done that. I beat, the Final Fight 1 through 3. I don't know if you ever played the Final Fight games, but
Yeah, of
they're
course.
oh,
I
okay.
love
Yeah, they're
those.
I'm
just
sure
like
I
beat 'em up
have, but
games.
not in a
It's
really
just a
long
good old
time.
fashioned brawler. It's like
Just
an
yeah,
hour and a half.
yeah, it's really good.
Not
And
even. I think like first one's like 45 minutes. You're done.
oh yeah, it's quick. Yeah, especially with save states, like it's like no problem. And then I got really in the mood to beat brawlers like that, to play brawlers like that. So I played the Power Rangers one. That's probably my favorite one outside of the Ninja Turtles, because Turtles
I
in
got
Time,
that one.
guys, come on, Turtles in Time is just probably for
Yes,
my
that
money,
is
that's probably the best of those type of games.
too true. The whole being able to throw the enemy at the camera.
Yeah.
Oh, it adds so much.
Yeah. So I beat all of those, and yeah, like I just have been having a really good time. The way to do it is, if you guys haven't thrown your thing in the trash yet, that Vine Switch controller dock thing that doesn't like actually charge the Switch. I use that as like my cradle for my phone. I just put like a little iPhone circle ring thing on the inside of the dock, and then my phone to it, and I'm
Yeah,
playing games like all the time on that thing.
magnets.
It's yeah. I feel like I'm until the Switch 2
And it's
comes
cool
out.
that you got it like in your own little cloud.
Oh yeah, it's
Uh,
cool, and I can save it. Like it saves across like my phone. Say if I want to play it on my computer for whatever reason, like all of that transfers over. So I really enjoy that. The one thing that I want to set up though is like net play, so that like I could
Oh, you can do
share.
online.
Yeah, so like I can share a link with like you guys, and we can play like Turtles in Time together or something like that, you know?
Hmm.
So
I'd be
that's
interested to try that just to see how delayy it is, if at all.
that's
I mean, we could
basically, yeah.
already do that with the Cowabunga collection, so yeah.
Yeah, but like, like just to push the limits, because Nintendo said we couldn't, and now we're doing it. What else? I've been just boring server stuff that guys probably don't care about. Oh, speaking of Brendan, I need to share my Plex Pass with you.
Oh, ooh.
I've been doing a lot of plexing, most mostly legal, but I will say that I was looking for an old cartoon that I just could not
What was
find
it?
anywhere.
What was it?
Ronin Warriors. You ever heard of
I
Ronin
know it.
Warriors
I know
before?
that one.
Oh, you know
Uh,
Ronin Warriors? Oh my God.
Of course, they aired it on like Adult Swim for a while. They tried really hard to make it like Dragon Ball Z for a bit. It was like about the same time they did Gundam
Mm-hmm.
and all that.
I had the
Uh,
toys. I liked the green one. I think his name was Sage, and the toys were cool because like the armor for the little Ronin dudes like came off. So instead of transforming like a Power Ranger or like morphing or whatever, like the armor comes on. And so I thought that was really cool. But
it's
then I went on
I always
eBay
found
and I looked.
it.
I looked
I
to see how the
always
price is,
sorry about
and
that.
no, don't do that. Sorry, was that?
I not my favorite, but I know what it is. That's
Oh,
all I'm gonna say.
not my favorite
There
probably
is
either,
some
but
genuine laugh out loud, bad translation shenanigans if you get the English version.
I found it. It was actually on Internet Archive on like or like something like
That's where
that.
you can get most stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that's where I got a copy of Felix the Cat, the movie,
Oh my
because it literally
God.
exists nowhere else. And holy crap, my brain as a kid thought it was a cool movie. My brain as an adult said, no, sir,
See,
that is
I
awful.
watched the first episode of Ronin Warriors and I was like, ew, but you know what? I don't care. I still want this on my server because like this is like childhood memories.
You should get Samurai Pizza Cats. That's got the legendary. Oh, if you don't know what that
I
is,
don't know
look it
what
up
Samurai
sometime.
Pizza Cats is. I'm gonna
Samurai.
have to check. I know the name,
Uh,
but I never watched
should
it.
I info drop? I don't know. It's
Do it.
Samurai Pizza Cats was a show in the 90s that was syndicated for television, but it has the fun thing that the translators did not give a fuck about the original content and made their own goofy ass thing that is just ridiculous to
I
watch.
love that.
It is very funny.
I love that.
Just an oddball fucking thing that thing was. I was obsessed
Well,
because it was so stupid.
hey, I'm not above like if I can find it legally, sure, I'll find it. I'll probably
That's
throw a
once
few
again,
bucks
I'm pretty
somewhere,
sure
but
that's on
if it's
archive.org.
on archive, then I'm gonna, hey, listen, I'm archiving that.
That's
I'm
not
using it on the
piracy.
Plex
That's
server. Yeah,
officially that's you're checking out a book.
exactly.
Uh,
Exactly. So that yeah, I've been having a lot of I don't know if I would say fun, but just like kind of building out my library there. I I want to talk a little bit about Nextcloud because it was driving me nuts, and I finally got it working. I don't know that I'm gonna use it as my like official like replacement for like Google Photos and Google Drive and everything like that because I feel like I still want to have the security of some like big corporation to like
yeah.
make sure that my shit is like
I
around.
mean, in the event something happens to your server,
Yeah, yeah, but
it's gone, and no, but you're not paying anyone to
uh-huh. Uh-huh.
assure that
Exactly.
doesn't happen.
And that's like years and years worth of pictures and videos. So it's cool that I have the ability to have that there, but I think I'm still gonna, I'm still gonna fork over a few bucks just for the until I set up my system the way I want it to because I've gone down a
You
rabbit
could
hole,
always
Brandon.
move over Devil's Advocate to Amazon AUS and make your own cloud drive with them.
No,
Uh,
so listen, I'm going even worse. I have
oh Lord.
right now I have an enclosure that has 4 hard drives in it. Okay, I have two 14 terabyte hard drives. I have an 8 terabyte hard drive, and I have a just like a small little 2 terabyte hard drive. But I can like daisy chain those together with like another
Rate
enclosure.
Yeah.
I'm going to probably do that. Probably going to get another set of 14 terabyte hard drives and just kind of fill it up and then maybe if I can get my next cloud to have like redundancies, like, okay, I'm gonna write a backup to this other 14 terabyte drive, that the only function for that 14 terabyte drive is like a backup or whatever. Maybe then will I think about moving away, but like, I don't know. It's scary.
Yeah,
It's
you're gonna
scary
need
right
a
now.
lot to just assure. Yeah, I have that. But hey, that's cool.
Yeah,
I haven't.
and
I,
I don't know why I like. It's just like nerd shit, I'm mostly just doing it to learn. I learned a lot about
yeah. No,
networking
no,
and
that's
learn.
what you do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then it's to just apply it other places. Maybe somebody will pay me to do that or something. I don't know.
Huh.
Okay, well, we are down to a two-man show. I think Justin's going to be
Oh,
back soon, but I
come on,
know
Justin.
his catchphrase
Poop
if we
faster.
get there. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. We made it to the end tonight. I know it's a little bit shorter than usual, but hey, what are you going to do? We ain't got any new games to play except for Monster Hunter. Blame Capcom.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm sure
I
some things came out, but we didn't play them. Oh,
Yes.
look
Oh,
it.
he's back.
Oh,
Great.
oh.
Just in time. Just in time for
Okay,
catchphrases.
Now
okay. I
you
was
can
gonna
do
say
your music.
how many rounds of Nintendo Tunes did Brandon cheat on?
Oh
I didn't
yeah.
play any. No,
We
no, no.
haven't we haven't done that yet actually. Because I wasn't sure you were going to make it
Yeah, I
back
was
in time.
surprised you were like. I thought you were like, all right, never mind. Justin's
Just
not
kidding.
here.
We're not ending the show. We're back. So you guys ready to play some Nintendo tunes? Because I like this game. If you guys don't know, because for some reason this is the first time you've listened to Infendo Radio, what Nintendo tunes is I've got some games and I've got sounds for the games and soundtracks, and these guys are going to guess what those games are. The first one, I don't know if it's going to be a lightning round, but it's one of my favorite games of this console generation anyways. So I guess that's your first hint. Let me first turn on my original audio and pray
And this is
that
on a Nintendo system, right?
this is on
That
a
is
Nintendo
that is the
system.
conceit.
Those are the rules. Yeah, those are the rules for Nintendo
All
tunes. It
right.
has to have
I always
appeared
have
in
to
some
double
form or
check.
fashion. Yeah.
'Cause I
So,
know a
all right.
couple not Nintendo games are favorite.
Sure. Here we go. Tell me if you can hear it, if it's too loud, too low, and hopefully it's playing on YouTube. Love you. Good luck.
Is it Kirby and the Forgotten Lands?
It is not Kirby and the Forgotten Land. It's
I
not a
love
bad
that.
guess, though, oddly enough.
Oh boy, what the? We got yodels, huh?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. There's yodels. I got your yodels. Here's your next one. Justin might get this one just because of this.
Octopath Traveler.
It's not Octopath Traveler. Your, I guess second hint, technically, is that this game appeared on the Wii.
Oh, Epic Mickey.
This game
I
is Epic
recognize
Mickey.
that little motif
Yeah,
there in the battle music.
I knew as soon as I accidentally clicked on
handicapped.
the track titled "Haunted Mansion" that Justin was going to be immediately at the
Interesting.
advantage
I was thinking of newer games. I didn't realize. Oh, a remake that came out.
here. Yeah, no, that's
That's like a double Nintendo Tunes.
yeah, exactly.
Got us.
I forgot that
Me.
just came out recently. Did anybody play that by chance?
I downloaded the demo. I haven't played it yet. I will probably get it if it goes on sale, but
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
it was a great game, and I would love to replay it. I wish that it came packaged with the sequel, which I didn't really play almost anything of.
Sure. So, all right. Well, you guys ready for another round here? What say y'all?
Yeah.
All right. This one is
Don't
well,
listen
I don't
hard.
know. we'll see how it goes. Here we go.
Turtles in Time.
It is not Turtles in Time,
Very FM synth.
right?
Like this sounds more like a Genesis game.
Yeah,
than...
it does.
This is one of my favorite tracks from this game for sure. Here is your next one. Here we go.
Street Fighter?
It's not Street Fighter, but you're on the right track here. Not technically, because this is not Street Fighter, but you know what I mean.
Can we have console?
Yes. Console for this one is SNES, but it also appeared on the arcade, so I guess there's a hint for it.
It is King of Fighters.
It's not King of Fighters.
Samurai
it's
Showdown?
wait a minute. Maybe I'm lying. I don't know if this appeared on arcade. I should probably check that out first, but I think it did. Here's your next
Throw
one.
me off.
I'll look it up real quick. Here's the next track.
I've never played it, so I wouldn't recognize the music, but Samurai Showdown?
Not Samurai Showdown, but that's a great game. It's a great game.
It is. Weapons-based combat. It was pretty new at the time.
I used to play that at the local, the rec center. It was fun. Okay, bring back the old memories here. Okay, your next hint is that this is a Capcom title.
Ooh,
And
Is
it
this-
also did appear on the arcade, so I was right there. I wonder if this is
Is-
the arcade soundtrack that we're listening to.
Is
Final-
it Final Fight?
It is Final Fight, but I heard both of you kind of at the same time. Brendan was saying Final, and you said Fight.
I was
so-
going to say Final Fight Guy. That's how lame I
That's
was.
the one I was going to guess.
No, it's just regular Final Fight. Final Fight.
All right.
Number one.
Well,
I'm gonna-
Justin got it.
slippers.
Justin's the winner. Wait, is there one more?
I do have one more. So let's see. I guess the official score would be Justin 2, Brandon
2, me
1.
0, yeah.
So I guess if you can get this one, Brandon, I'll pull out a fourth one. I promise you that.
Ooh.
Here, let me see if I can find.
Should have known. I was almost going to say Final Fight for this time. Like, but he talked about that. He wouldn't do that to us.
Sometimes I'm
And I'm
tricky
not
that
entirely
way.
sure that was the Super NES soundtrack, because it still sounded
Yeah,
really
it sounds very
Genesis-y to me.
arcadey, or
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah,
they're
I-
talking about a Nintendo re-release.
I'm just on
Uh,
YouTube, so it very well could have been like even like the Commodore soundtrack for all I know. I don't know. But all right, so I'm trying to find one that is like not gonna give it away immediately. So just like give me
Give it away, give it away,
Give me
give
a
it
second
away
here.
now.
Now.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
Now.
this is thrilling audio. They're all gonna give it away
What I got,
immediately.
you got to give it
So
to your
apparently this
mama.
is gonna be a
What I
lightning
got, you
round.
got to give it to your
So
papa.
you better shut
What I
up,
got, you
Justin,
got to
because
give
here it comes.
Give a little dancer to the blah blah.
Oh, I thought this
Oh,
was
I
gonna
feel
give it
like I should
immediately.
know this one. Wait a minute, is this UN Squadron?
It is not UN Squadron, but I was also playing that on my little thing. I love that game. I love that game. One of the best little airplane shooter games ever. Love that.
Is
upgrade
this
system.
Turtles in Time?
This
That
is indeed Turtles in Time. They're like
that little
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
that
they just
instrument
said
was
exactly
very
just said it as though, like, God damn it.
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
So
well done,
in
Justin.
the future, keep an ear out for games that you've beaten. I'm surprised Soul Blazer has shown
He
up.
doesn't
Well,
Probably gonna be the
usually
next one if I both
make it this easy, but
Well, remember, I didn't have it ready in time for the show time, so I was just thinking about like, well, I need to think about the games I've been playing. Well, hell, that's what Nintendo is going to be too. So that's my thought process there. And hey,
That's right.
we made it. We made it to the end, guys. We did
did
make
it.
it just about to the hour mark. So I hope you liked it. I hope you, in the time that we told you last time to go register to vote, you got your ass registered. You're ready to go fucking protest and shit because it's time
while
for
we still can.
democracy, please. But yeah, hope you like our show. We'll be back again next week. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Brandon. We will catch you later on. Bye.
Trust
Bye.
fungus. Down with
Just
President Koopa.
peace out, protest.